Okay, so first we're going to create a shipping template, and you're going to do that by going to the settings gear, then going to shipping template. Then once that loads, you'll have an option that says set up special template. You'll click that, and then there will be a drop down. The drop down will give you options. You're going to choose paid standard template. So once you click that, this is what your template will look like. Um, Mine personally, I like to add regions. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the West Coast from this one. Um, and I do that because I'm in the Midwest, so the West Coast takes longer to get to for me. So I like to add more transit time and a extra fee. So you would remove it from the main region, and then you click add shipping rule like I just did here, and go ahead and add the West Coast back in. You'll see I also have APO FPO added. I do ship to military bases, but I also charge more for it. Okay, so once, excuse me, once we get that information added, we'll go ahead and save our template. And then once the template is added, we are going to go ahead and download the template to attach the shipping template. Man, that's a lot of templates. Okay, so you're going to go to catalog and then update items, update with file. Then you are going to click show Walmart templates. And from there, the template you're going to choose is SKUs to shipping template update. You're going to click that, and then it's going to download a spreadsheet to your computer. So you're going to open that. Once that's open, you'll see that it gives you a line that already has a template ID and a fulfillment center ID with a test SKU in there. That's just showing you what to put there. So I like to delete the first line just because it will error out when you upload it. It doesn't have an effect on any of the rest of the spreadsheet, but I don't know. I just don't like it to show errors. So you can get the shipping template ID and the fulfillment center ID by clicking the little blue box that says click here. That will take you into your Walmart account. Now, this will not work if you're using incognito mode, so don't do that. Okay, so the fulfillment center IDs are here. So your fulfillment center ID, if you don't have your own warehouse, is the same as your seller ID. Keep that in mind. You can copy that and then paste that back into the spreadsheet. Then you're going to switch tabs to the shipping template. You're going to find the shipping template that applies, and then you're going to copy that ID and paste it back into the spreadsheet. Now, it's important to pay attention to these numbers when you paste them back into the spreadsheet because sometimes the number will round up and then it'll be wrong. These numbers have to be exact for this to work. So another way for you to get these shipping ID and the shipping template ID and the fulfillment center ID is by going to the setting gear. And then in the top left corner, if you don't have other warehouses, that's your seller ID number. If you do have other warehouses or fulfillment centers, like Walmart likes to call it, you're going to go down to seller fulfillment and click that. When that loads, that'll have all of your fulfillment centers listed. So you're going to want to pick whichever one that applies to. And you'll see the number right there. Okay, so then for the shipping template ID, you're going to go to the left-hand side of the screen and click shipping templates. Then when you get to that screen, you need to choose the correct template from the drop down. So ours was paid standard template 2. And then the little ID section right next to the name, you're going to copy and paste that into your spreadsheet. Okay, so the other thing too, assign SKUs to shipping templates, bulk template setup. I don't like using that because the instructions that Walmart gives you under the help center is not correct. It's not going to work for you. You can, however, still do the bulk template setup. But for me, I feel like it takes longer. So what you would do is you would click that and then click seller fulfilled, and then you could do by G10 match, by category, or by template. My issue is like by G10 match, they want you to sit there and list all the G10s for what you're trying to do. Now, if you have multiple items, you could see how that would take forever. And then once you put the item in below, it's just going to have you export the same spreadsheet that we've already exported. So I prefer to do the method that I have showed you guys, but by all means, whatever you find easier. Okay, so don't forget to do the action type, which would be to add or remove. For this, we're going to add the shipping template to the SKU, but if you wanted to remove it, you would do the same thing. Okay, so now we need to find an item. So I'm just going to use this Tony's figurine item. It's the Grinch. The reason why I'm using Tony's for this example is because sometimes when you choose items that are too cheap and try to add shipping, it will error out. So adding shipping is not always the solution that we think it is to get around the pricing errors. So we're going to go ahead and add this into the catalog. So bear with me in these steps. If you already know how to add seller fulfilled, you put in the product ID or the SKU, or I'm sorry, the product ID or the UPC to get here. I went ahead and added the SKU. I'm gonna go back and look at the sellers to see the highest price. I know the buy box is 35, but it looks like the highest price is 39.95. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in 34.99. Um, Actually, no. I'm gonna put in 33.99 because the shipping is 5.99 plus 99 cents. So I don't want to be too high where it price errors out. And then we're gonna put point 0.5 because for weight because these things are light. Okay, so now we've submitted the item. We just need to wait for it to get out of the pending status. And then in the meantime, what we can do is copy the SKU here and paste it into our spreadsheet. Save the spreadsheet, and then now all of our information is up to date and ready to be uploaded back into the system. Now, hypothetically speaking, you should probably wait for your item to be completed, to be added into your catalog, but I don't feel like waiting today. So we're gonna go ahead and add the shipping template to the item. So you would do that by clicking Update Items, Update with File. You're gonna do the drop down to the SKU to shipping template update, and then you're gonna browse and find the item in your computer. Once you find the item in your computer, you're gonna click that, and then it'll load and you'll get a file submitted successfully. And then at the top, you see there's a blue box that says processing items. They will appear in your catalog in less than 4 hours. Items with errors, click the activity feed. So we're gonna go back to the activity feed. Usually I have never had this take 4 hours. Usually it takes maybe about two. If there's a lot of people on the platform, it could take maybe 10 to 15, but it doesn't usually take long. I did go ahead and cut this time down so that we weren't just sitting here waiting. Because as you can see, I'm just refreshing the screen to waiting to see if it worked. Now, you'll see that they both now say process, so we're good to go. So now what we're going to do is go back to the catalog, and in the catalog, we're going to add inventory to the item so I can show you what it looks like from a buyer point of view. So I'm going to go ahead and add in one here and update, and then we're going to view on walmart.com. Hopefully this is already like the inventory added quickly. Sometimes it does take a little bit for the inventory to show, but fingers crossed that's not the case. Okay, so this is the listing. We're going to go down to more seller options and compare all sellers. And we were a little bit higher, so we should probably be towards the bottom. Boom, there it is. So you'll see the items at $33.99, and then shipping is $6.98, and that's because of the $5.99 plus 99-cent handling time because I do have a California zip code entered. So hopefully that helped somebody. Thanks for watching.